This Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to get the chance to pick up these amazing Unchained sleeves here from Sleep Cheap. If you use discount code MCOL40, you'll get the chance to save on your purchase. And honestly, I think these are beautiful in terms of sleeves. Leave a link down below so you can get yours on Sunday. Let's pass over to Market Watch. MCOL40. You guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Chimera, the king of Phantom Beast. We're back down to 11 listings of this card. The illusion hype has been real. Like, this is crazy to me that this card, actually you could pick up an entire illusion deck, I think, on pre-sale for 20 bucks. If that, and now Chimeras alone have reached this crazy level of insanity because one, it hand rips. Two, it gives you the ability to special summon something from the graveyard. Like, this card is literally the nuts, and you are riding the $20 mark at the moment. I don't think anybody foresaw this. I mean, I saw maybe $5 at the end of the day, but the TCG has been going crazy about this, and there are no brakes on this train. All right, like, the fact that we have settled up to the point that we have gone with this is crazy to me. And of course, low listings yet again on the Salamangreat of Fire, and it looks like we've actually exceeded even more expectations here. You have 19 listings, 1910 on the top end here. It looks like we've had 17, 20, 20, 20 at this point in time. Yeah, if you had pre-ordered these, everything in this duels pack started off extremely cheap. There was no real reason why things were going the crazy way that they were, and then people started to go, hey, you know, what's going on here? You know, if these boxes are nothing, the people that are cracking the product are going to, you know, list the cards higher. Supply and demand's going to take hold. People are going to come through here. They're going to want their solid cards. Deck did top regional last weekend, did put more spotlight on it and go, hey, you know, maybe there was a reason for this. I remember people told me that this card was dog shit in my comment section. They told me, Robbie, you're crazy for thinking that this card actually is good in Salamangreat. And now look at it. It was a former $5 card, and now it's $20. Yeah, I think this community really needs to reassess the way that they value certain cards. Dark Corridor. So this is interesting because we're 34 listings for this. Now, most of the other secret rares from Nexus have been pretty much cruise controlling at this point in time, but this thing is getting some interesting attention. It's not like Dark World is a particularly crazy deck right now, or that things have, you know, really inverted. I think all the budget players that were already playing Dark World took a look at this card and said, hey, you know, I need to pick up some copies of this. 3 Dark World structure decks is literally $24 on TCG Player. You know, you can essentially build a competent tier 1 0.75 to tier 2 deck. Had to adjust there for a second. You can build something like Hand Loopy for locals for under $100, and the biggest things going to cost you are going to be some Dark Corridors to kind of add into your strategy and be able to, you know, do your thing. So very interesting to see the value spread of this gaining a large amount of value here. Chaos Angel. You know, I always love looking at this card because there was a time where this was a lot of money, and then somebody also just spent $75 on a card. Why do people just buy the most expensive version? Like, do they really look at the feedback and go, okay, well, they've got 100%, 50,000. I'm going to give them an extra $25. Like, you've got plenty of people here. Look at this, 25,000, 100%, $55. I'll take the light play. All right, especially you don't need to have near mint if you're going to play the stupid card. It's probably going to get a little bit of wear anyway from how aggressive people slam down their cards on the table, just genuinely playing the game. But yeah, Chaos Angel holding at about $55 right now. I mean, it's still a 3 of if you're playing Pot of Extravagance, in my personal opinion, and Labyrinth. But some people will be like, well, you know, I can get away with playing 1. That's the RNG must actually be in your favor. You must just be the best duelist in the world. Guardian Chimera. I remember when this was a $6 card. And they are selling at $25 now. Once, and oh my gosh, somebody paid 40s for these. I am amazed when we look at these reprints, and you just look at how much money people are willing to dump into some of this stuff. Like, it is dumbfounding. Yeah, you can get these for $27. What is the point in spending the extra amount of money for no real reason. Okay. Volcanic Trooper. These did bottom out pretty hard. I mean, on pre-sale prices, you were at 14. But the way that this is looking, you've got 41 listings at this point in time. I don't know how much you're going to want to play Volcanic anything. We still don't even have the searcher. I have no idea where Konami's going to put the searcher at this point in time. If anything, I'm just frustrated that Animation Chronicle has just been forgotten about in the chasm of time, and why we're fumbling the ball with that, I don't actually know, but maybe someday. Only 8 months probably after the Duels Pack has been out. Rescue Ace Hydrant. Hey, these are a little bit more affordable now. And I think that's a good thing. $27, $28, $25. You've spun back down to $26, $27 as of this point in time, which is actually not terrible. There's always going to be hype around this card. To be fair, when we get the Diabell Star stuff in the next wave of support, Age of Overlord, you are going to probably see this deck take back off again. This deck did show itself out of the regional weekend here as a semi-viable competitor. It was sitting at a lot of the tables and showcasing that, hey, you need to be aware that this is a deck that can actually do something. So, interesting to take note of the decline of this. Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon, aka I dropped Driver from my deck. Now I can play the game. It's amazing that this support card is actually seeing amounts of play because, with the Gamma at 1, you need to find ways to kind of compensate for playing the brick, and that's what they did. They can search this, go ahead and drop it, and they're like, okay, I don't even, care. And then, plus it gets Red Eyes Fusion. Nobody's playing that garbage. You just play this as a big dragon monster to extend with. Visus Starfrost. Down, down, down. They go. So happy about this. These were $28 just literally like a week ago. I know one of the biggest complaints that people had was, I can't afford a Visus Starfrost. Well, congratulations. You've made it. You get some value. This is very interesting to me. So I actually thought that these would hold up a lot longer than they actually were. But we are seeing some of the top-end things in the quarter century department start to spin down. And IP is one of those. One, I'm still not a huge fan of the Ultra name. It just looks so tacky on, the way that this card is designed. The foiling just makes it really unpleasurable to look at, and I think a lot of people are starting to kind of see that a little bit here too. You get a Spanish version of the IP for $160, but for the most part, you had $200 and you are spinning down on terms of the listings. They just want to fire sell them and get their money. Book of the Moon. All T's are, well, do I need to say much more about this? We've talked about how Book of Moon stormed into the meta and became a card that gave players a chance to actually be able to play the game here. And the fact that these escalate on up so quickly is actually kind of insane. I'm not surprised to see the meta fall out on this, but wow. Hey, Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. 42, 42, 42. They're still moving. Once again, Dragon Link does play this card. This is something that you do need to consider if you are playing the deck. It's a $40 extra piece that's kind of added into the equation for sure, but I don't know, man. It's up to you. We know it's getting the reprint much later in next year, but the fact that you're still sitting on 4 to 5 months this year that you would possibly want to be able to play this is a little bit rough. Reinhardt here. Down, down, down to the $5 mark. Hey, good news. If you were somebody that was wanting to pick these up, you've now got a pretty easy opportunity to do so. Good stuff. There can only be one. We are sitting on 11 listings of this. I dread the day that this card exceeds everybody's expectations and actually gets bought out. There are going to be a lot of very upset people if this heads on up to, you're a couple playsets. There's three. There's 3 more, and then 3 more, you're at $70. If somebody comes through, 3 people come through and buy a playset of this, you are going to exceed numbers, and people are not going to be happy at this. So, fair heads up, we're at a point right now where this card could start to move up, and it could be very, very, very devastating for the wallets that are not prepared for this. So, what do we think about everything that's happening in today's market? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. It's meta cards are a pretty interesting place right now. You guys have a good rest of your day. All right, peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.